Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing another haul for you. I'm saying this with a bit of shame. I already mentioned it in my previous book haul that was just a couple of weeks ago that you could expect one coming in December, and here it is. This will basically be my last book haul for the year. I'm fairly certain about that. I might get some books for Christmas from family and friends. I don't know yet, I have no clue. But if I am to haul them, I will do that in January, I think. Once again, I'm also combining my bought books and some books I picked up from the library. I'm about to head to work, but I wanted to make this video because I just want to get these books off my floor and sort them into my bookshelf. The plan for next year is to go on a book buying ban. As I said in a previous video, my goal for next year is actually to try and halve my TBR. And I want to give myself the best chance of doing that by not buying any more books. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like a read 5 buy 1 or if I will go a couple of months without buying books. I haven't decided the actual plan for it yet, but let's get to the actual books, right? I'm not gonna go through them in any particular order other than that I will first talk about the books I have purchased and then later about the books I've gotten from the library. I bought 2 very popular books. At first I had sort of thought that I wanted to do a reading the Goodreads Choice Awards nominees or something like that. That really didn't happen. I realized it's not realistic for me to read that many books within that short amount of time. I'm not doing that, but I still got the books because I've been wanting to read them and they're quite difficult to find. The first book I got is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. This is nominated for Best Romance. It's all over the internet and book talk and stuff, and it's really popular. I know nothing about it other than it seems to be a really sweet and great romance. A Wedding in Spain, the most infuriating man. 3 days to convince your family you're actually in love. Is it fake dating? She needs a date to her sister's wedding. She does a little white lie about her American boyfriend, and now she needs to introduce him at this wedding, it seems like. Ooh, it's fake dating. That's good. Okay, so yeah, wedding setting, finding a fake date to this wedding. It sounds like a good time. And it's blurred by Henan Huang, who writes The Kiss Quotient. I love The Kiss Quotient. Enemies, lovers, fake dating, romance, steamy, slow burn, with a promise of a sweet, happy ever after. This sounds like a good time. I'm excited. It's quite long for like a romance novel, over 460 pages, but I'm excited. The other romance I got is The Love Hypothesis. This has also been all over the place. It's based off a Star Wars fanfic. This is another fake dating. It's a fake relationship between scientists. It's about a girl, Olive. I think she suddenly kisses her like colleague or something like that. Yeah, she kisses the first man she sees, who is a young hotshot professor and well-known ass. And they agree to keep fake dating, and the reason why they need to fake date is because Olive needs to convince her ex, I think. I don't know, another fake dating. I'm excited. This sounds like a really good time. Another thing I've been doing is that I've been running back and forth to the science fiction bookshop in Stockholm, which is an amazing bookstore that specializes in sci-fi and fantasy books, and they are incredible. They always have the latest releases, and it's just a good time, and every time I go there I try to buy something because I want to support them. I went through there a couple of times actually, so I have a bunch of books from there. 2 I have already talked about in previous videos. One of those is The Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. The only reason I got this was because it was very much discounted. I feel like books are never discounted in Sweden, and definitely not in that bookshop. I've seen Books and Lala, Kayla, talk about this one. This is something about a man who's cheating on his wife with a clone. Yeah, it's a clone of Evelyn, and that clone is having an affair with Evelyn's husband. Now the cheating bastard is dead, and both Caldwell wives have a mess to clean up. Interesting, it's quite short as well. It's sci-fi. I rarely read sci-fi, but I want to get more into that. I'm actually quite excited to get to this one. Hopefully in December already, but we'll see. Another book I picked up at the same time was Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. I've also talked about this a bunch already. It's apparently just historical fiction. I was under the impression that this was like historical sci-fi or something. I said it before, at first I didn't like this cover, I didn't like this title, but I kept passing this book by in the store, and then I just got intrigued, I picked it up, and now I just love the cover and the title. So I don't know what happened. I feel very drawn to this book for some reason, even though I have no clue what it is about. But yeah, historical fiction taking place during the 1500s. I literally couldn't tell you what this is about. I don't think I will understand a thing, but I'm honestly super excited to read this one. I have very high expectations on this one, which is very unfair to it because, as I said, I know nothing about it. Another book I picked up on that run was The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. I've been eyeing this book for quite a while, ever since I wanted to get into more adult epic fantasy. This has been on my list. I just have never picked it up. This time I did. I don't know why, but this time I did. What I know about this is that we're following an orphan. We're following Loch Lamora, who is an orphan who had a harsh life, and he's like a thief, a con artist. He's the leader of a band of light-fingered brothers known as the Gentleman Bastards. That in itself sounds amazing. Six of Crow vibes, but adult. In general, I love the heist sort of thing, found family, grey morality. That's what I enjoy. Now, on my second run to the sci-fi bookstore, I had one particular book in mind, because I had ordered it because it's another one of those books that it's impossible to find and get. It's super expensive in most places. It's not available on Amazon. I couldn't get this anywhere, but I could book it for the sci-fi bookstore. So that's what I did. And that book is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This won Best Romance last year. I've been meaning to read it since then, but as I said, it has been so difficult to get, and it's also really expensive. Even though this is just a paperback, it's super expensive. But I decided to bite the bullet and get it because I do really badly want to read it, and this was basically my only option for where to find it, and why not buy it from the sci-fi bookstore then? What is this about? It's about a maiden who is chosen from birth, and the life of the maiden is solitary. She must never be touched, never be looked upon, never be spoken to, never experienced pleasure, and she's waiting for the day of her ascension. I guess she's given to some dude and they do things. The cover is stunning. I've heard amazing things about this one. The plot sounds like it's only PvP, but hopefully there's some more meaning and depth to the story. It is a trilogy, or I think there will even be a fourth book in the series or something. There's a lot of books in the series actually, and this one, this book is over 600 pages, so hopefully something with a plot and with more meaning will happen in this one. Another book I picked up on that same bookstore run is Fangs by Sarah Anderson. And yes, this will be part of my reading graphic novels project, because this is a graphic novel that is basically about a vampire falling in love with a werewolf, and it's apparently adorable, a really quick read, just a lot of fun. Also, the book itself is stunning. It's a cloth-bound hardback with black sprayed edges. This book looks incredible. No matter what I think of it, it will just look stunning on my bookshelf, and it very much goes with my vibe of loving red. I've been wanting to pick this one up, and now I did. I got The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I listened to this as an audiobook during the Desert-a-thon because I needed a desert vibe book, or perhaps if it was a book featuring a journey, I don't quite remember, but this is like a modern classic. This book was published in the 80s. The reason I got this one, even though I just listened to it, is I really enjoyed the audiobook, but I felt like I was rushing through the audiobook because I wanted to finish the book for the readathon I was partaking in, and I just realized that I probably would enjoy this book so much if I read it physically, and perhaps I would also like to annotate it. So that's why I bought it as a paperback, so I can reread it, because I really enjoyed the audiobook, but I couldn't really appreciate it enough. The first time I read it, I gave it 3 stars, but I do think that if I am to reread it, I could definitely give it 4 stars. There were some interesting ideas and thoughts and quotes. It's about Santiago, an Andalusian shepherd boy who yearns to travel in search of a worldly treasure. Throughout his journey, he gets some wisdom and learns about listening to your heart and recognizing opportunity. It's a very, I would like to say, spiritual or religious book in some ways. I just wanted to get this one because I wanted it. Another book I've been talking about getting is The People in the Trees by Hanya Yanagihara. I mentioned this in my video where I talk about authors I would love to read more by, that I wanted to read more by Hanya Yanagihara. She actually published this book before A Little Life. I wanted the book with this particular cover as well because I think it will match the A Little Life cover. I just know that it's by the same author as one of my favorite books. It's about a young doctor named Norton who embarks on an expedition to a remote Micronesian island in search of a rumored lost tribe. He encounters a strange group of forest dwellers who appear to have attained a form of immortality that preserves the body but not the mind. It's an anthropological adventure story with a profound and tragic vision of what happens when cultures collide. Another book I got solely because of the fact that I felt it in a bookstore and it felt really nice and I wanted to have it, is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I've been eyeing this for a while, it's been on my TBR, it's been on my wish list, so like I have been wanting this one, but then one day I picked it up in a bookstore and I was like, damn, it feels really nice. It just has this sort of feel to the cover and it's very floppy. This is like one of the dark academia books. Under the influence of their charismatic classics professor, a group of clever eccentric misfits at an elite New England college discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from their humdrum experience of their contemporaries. I have not read that much dark academia, and to be honest, my experiences with it, basically me trying to read Ninth House, hasn't been the best. If I'm gonna give dark academia a proper go, this is probably what I should read. I also got another fantasy, and that book is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. This is the sequel to King of Scars. No, I have not yet read King of Scars, but hopefully I will very soon. All I know about the series is that it's a spin-off to Shadow and Bone, and that it follows my favorite character from Shadow and Bone, which is Nikolai. I thought Nikolai was the greatest when I met him in the second book in Siege and Storm. At first I was not interested in the King of Scars duology, but then I learned that these books are about Nikolai. I just knew I had to get them, so that's why I bought King of Scars. I picked this one up basically to get free shipping. I needed free shipping on my order. This was on the list, so I got it. I'm just excited to read more about Nikolai because I loved Nikolai. I was obsessed with Nikolai. Also, I need to show you because I get these books in hardbacks, and the reason for that is that they are stunning under the dust jacket. They have foiling on them and it looks so cool, and I think once I read them I'm gonna keep them like this. These are not any special editions or anything like that. These are the regular hardbacks. And then the final book I got is probably the smallest book ever. I did not expect this to be this small. It said hardback. I was very shocked when I opened up my package and saw this little guy. I swear my face is bigger. Like, it's so freaking tiny. What the fuck is this? So this is another Fredrik Backman book. My favorite author. I'm trying to read all of his works, and this is another one of his books that you can't really find in bookstores. I believe the name is And Every Day the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer, or something along those lines. This is obviously the Swedish edition because that's the original language, and I know Swedish, I speak Swedish, so that's why I'm reading it in Swedish. It's about Noah and his grandfather who sits on a bench and they talk about math and life. Everything is normal, but at the same time nothing is, because the place where they're sitting keeps getting smaller and smaller, and the grandpa's memories are getting harder and harder for the grandfather to reach. It's a little book about aging and being the kid who sits next to someone when that is happening. It's about fears, about loving and grieving, the diseases of the brain, and how unmerciful it is when we need to say goodbye to something that's still here. Oh, it makes me sad now. So basically this old man is losing his memory and the boy is watching it happen. Whew. Okay, this will make me sad. If this book makes me cry with just 86 pages, well damn. A couple of days ago I filmed my last book haul of 2021 that I bought myself, but I just picked up a package that I think can be very interesting for everyone to see, because I think I just got my first ever Illumicrate book. So I thought I could at least unbox this and add this clip to my haul. Yeah, my first Illumicrate book. This is the November book and I know what it is. I think I figured it out quite early. I've seen someone else unbox the Illumicrate box too. Nevertheless, I'm still very excited. I see yellow. Okay, this is what I'm opening up. Oh my god, I feel like all the other booktubers. First we have the pin that you always get. It's by Stacey McEvoy. I think they're gonna stop adding these pins to the boxes. I don't know why, but starting from next year, I think. I need to get like a pin flag or something where I can put these so I can collect them. We then have a note from the author. The print is actually stunning. Let's get to the book, the thing we're all here for. I can already see through the bag what it is, and as I said, I knew what this book was supposed to be. It's red! It's red! Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Whoa! Okay, it looks so much prettier in person. Oh my god. I love the cover, the red, obviously. It's Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. Look at them, look at them. Okay, are we ready to reveal what's underneath the dust jacket? Okay, let's see. Oh, that's another note. Ah, it's a little like card with the author's signature, so that's cool. Okay. Woo! Okay. Okay, but look at this. This looks cool! And I'm guessing that these are characters from the book. I'm so happy I decided to do this book subscription, actually. Like, I'm so excited. And it looks so cool! It's the same author as the one who wrote The Merciful Crow. I did not know that. I have that book on my TBR. A little just description for y'all what this book is about. I believe it's a YA fantasy and it's a retelling of The Goose Girl. I don't know the Goose Girl story, so I can't really tell you anything about it. Once upon a time, there was a horrible girl. Vanya Schmidt knows that no gift is freely given, not even a mother's love. The adopted goddaughter of Death and Fortune, Vanya has long made her own way in the world as the dutiful servant of Princess Giselle. Until a year ago, when her otherworldly mothers demanded payment for their care and Vanya decided to steal her future back by stealing Giselle's life. With the help of an enchanted string of pearls, Vanya transformed into her former mistress and took her place, leaving the real Giselle a penniless nobody. Now Vanya leads a lonely but lucrative double life as a princess and a jewel thief. Double life, that sounds fun. Charming the nobility while emptying their coffers to found her great escape. Until one hies away from freedom, Vanya crosses the wrong god and is cursed to turn into jewels stone by stone. This was cool! This was really cool. I'm excited. This makes me happy. And I have one of these bags now. I can put things in it. That's amazing too. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment for this book. Oh my god! I'm just like everyone else now. It's a sticker, so I can stick it in the book. Might as well do that. Why not? There we go. Nice, right? And then this print is stunning. Now, just to go through some library books I picked up, and I freaking hell need to read them soon. But yeah. First, we have The Transition Baby by Tori Peters. I got this because this was nominated in the Goodreads Choice Awards for like 2 different categories, I think. And I've been wanting to get this for a while either way. It follows 3 women, transgender and cisgender, whose lives collide after an unexpected pregnancy forces them to confront their deepest desires. I don't want to know that much more about it. I also picked up Firekeeper's Daughter, once again a book I've been eyeing and that I saw that my library had, and then was nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards, so then why not pick it up? It's an electrifying thriller layered with a rich exploration of the modern native experience, a reckoning of current and historical injustices, and a powerful celebration of community. From what I understand, this one is written by an indigenous author. I've heard quite a lot of amazing things about this book, and it has intrigued me, so I picked it up. I also picked up To Kill a Mockingbird because I need to read it for my December TBR. My friend Kevin did their TBR game and a random number was chosen for me, and that random number was number 14, and number 14 on my want to read on Goodreads was To Kill a Mockingbird, so thank you, Kevin. This is like a modern classic. I know nothing about it, I have never read it, but I know that basically everyone else have, so I should read it too. It's not too long, fortunately. I don't know that much about it. You probably know more about it than I do. And then 2 books I picked up yesterday, I think. First we have Project Hail Mary. Probably thinking, wait, haven't you hauled that one before? It's possible that I have, because I picked it up from my old library and I kept it for 3 months, never got to it, had to return it, and now I have picked it up again, but from my new library. We'll see if I get to it this time. It's by Andy Weir, the same author who wrote The Martian. This book has been really hyped this year. It's nominated for Best Sci-Fi in Goodreads. It's about a man alone in space. I have not read The Martian yet. I want to. I also want to read this one, so I don't have that much else to say other than that it's been really popular. Final book I have to talk about is Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson. I also got this one from my library just yesterday. It's very short. I did not expect this book to be this small and thin, so at first I couldn't even find it on the book-to-books shelves. It was squeezed in between 2 very big books, so I didn't even see this one first. It's a love song to black art and thought. 2 young people meet at a pub in southeast London. Both are black British, both won scholarships to private schools where they struggle to belong. Both are now artists, trying to make a mark in a city that by turns celebrates and rejects them. It's less than 150 pages. So those are the books I have purchased recently and picked up from the library. As you can tell, my library actually has quite a good selection of books. That's also another one of the reasons why I feel like I can actually do this book buying ban. But yeah, that's the book haul for this time. That should be the last one of the year, which is weird and exciting. Please let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. Please also let me know which book do you think I should read first amongst these. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please take care and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes